Hello, I am J-Dog John Karshboom. I'm out here with T-Bone. Don't worry, T-Bone is a great substitute for you, Mr. Dave. He's still with us. Don't worry, Mr. Dave is still with us. Hope all is well, Mr. Dave. Let's say hello to some special folks. Let's say hello to Miranda Brain. Miranda, I have to say, I see lots of pictures, but your Facebook pic is amazing. Great. Love your pic. Love the pic of the family. And I want to say hello to Dan Himes. Dan, welcome to the show. A warm welcome to you. Dan, as you guys know, if you're in the plant world, Dan Himes, he's the force behind Terra Nova Nurseries. And Terra Nova Nurseries is actually an Oregon nursery that develops great plants, amazing plants. I'll be there on Wednesday. I can't wait, Dan. And I hope to show off some of the latest and greatest that you are developing. So anyway, kind of an Oregon thing that we have such a great plantsman amongst us. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show, and hope, of course, that this is useful. I want to go over some types of Stepables, some ground covers, and I want to tell you if you're shopping for ground covers, if you're hoping to fill in some ground covers in amongst some stones, or if you're hoping to replace your lawn, or you want to fill up an area on your container, I want to give you some helpful hints on that. One, there's lots of different types of ground covers, all kinds of textures, colors, foliages, smells, fragrances. So lots of different kinds, and it can get almost overwhelming. But what I want to give you some hints is on how to plant these. Let's go back here. I want to show you some things. One thing is to look for is amount of sunshine in your area, the area that you want to plant. So really keep an eye on that. There are some great Stepables for the shade, and there's some great Stepables for the sun. Right now, my store is not spread out that way, and we're going to change this Stepable table just for the sun and for the shade. This guy, by the way, Corsican Mint, I won't go over all of them. Corsican Mint's a great one for the shade, because when you walk on it, and when you walk on this guy, just a really nice green leaf on that, but when you walk on it, oh, smell that, T-Bone.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, just like a fresh, just very, very fresh, minty smell. So it makes you want to take off your socks and shoes and walk barefoot in it anyway. Corsican Mint is a great one for the shade. Think of sun and think of shade, and if you get any of that afternoon sun or morning sun, consider that sun. If you get afternoon shade, that shade. Also, folks ask me, well, how densely should you plant this to get a full carpet quickly? And that always ends up on your level of patience. In general, and then of course it also, you have to consider the type of plant as well. But in general, if you're just kind of want to ballpark the figure about 1 4-inch per square foot. So if that helps at all, that's on average can give you a nice coverage for within a season or two. And if you're less patient, certainly plant them closer. And if you are more patient, plant them further away. Now, some other ideas too. And ask your garden center too. Some of the Stepables can be quartered, so they can be cut into pieces, and then those can be separated out. And then certainly they can put in those tight cracks and what have you. So on some plants, that does wonderful. Way to save some money too. Anyway, that is the show for the day. It's a helpful hint. Of course, I didn't go over all the Stepables. We will, of course. You'll get it here. Here is your quote for the day. With so much information now online, it is exceptionally easy to dive in and drown. Thank you very much, Alfred Glossbrenner. That's the show for the day. Always live your passion.
You see me right out of the sunset.